Stella Sora is my newest obsession. I've been playing way too much of this game, and I have been loving every single second of it. It has beautiful characters, it has challenging battles, it has riveting, very engaging gameplay, and all of this completely cross-platform compatible on PC, on Android, and on iOS. Now, the footage you are seeing in the background, the footage that is used throughout this entire video, is a test version of the game. I was given exclusive access to play the game in a version that players don't have access to. That way I could accumulate footage and do a dedicated video ready for the launch day, because the game has now officially launched as of the 19th of October 2025. That's right, one of the biggest, best action gacha games of the year is here, and I am so excited to not only be able to play it, not only be able to stream it, but to also talk about it with all of you. With this in mind, if you are at all interested in playing this game, and if you are a viewer, a fan, a member of my community, then you best bet your ass you are going to want to be playing this game, partially because of how much fun it is, and partially because of how cultured this game gets, especially with some of the characters. And take a moment, go down into the description, pinned comment below, click that link, download the game, join me in what is going to be one of your favorite releases of 2025. Stella Sora is a top-down isometric perspective light action adventure RPG designed to deliver an innovative and engaging combat experience while also providing players a fantastic, very riveting, very engaging, very thought-provoking, deep and complex episodic narrative. It has action-packed combat, it has randomized adventures, it has a beautiful world, fantastic voice acting, lots of things to do. It is very challenging. It's something that could take up a lot of your time as a main game, or you could just play it on the side, adding it to an already extensive list of various different games in various different genres. And I can tell you right off the bat, this is going to be a game that you don't really have in your repertoire of games currently. Now, let me walk you through exactly what kind of game this is. Let me show you what kind of game this is. As you can see, this right here is Stella Sora. I'm currently level 26. I've been playing way too much, literally for like 9 days straight. Let me go ahead here and actually change the character I have on display. I've gotten quite a few of them so far. There are some phenomenal characters. Like, look at her. Look at her and tell me she's not a beautifully designed character. The fact that she sticks her scythe in such an interesting position, it definitely makes you feel things. Definitely. We're gonna go ahead though and set Chitose here as the character on display, because she's just so beautiful as a character. Speaking of characters, by the way, as you can see, I've unlocked quite a few. Characters have various different class archetypes and class affinities. As you can see, Chitose is a vanguard, so is Jerry. Minova is versatile, while Teresa and Flora over here are supports. After leveling them and progressing them a certain amount through, you actually unlock this like live 2D animation for the characters, because before that you get kind of like a standard, like she jiggles so much when you swap to her, oh my god. So you get this kind of like standard background, and then after continuing to upgrade them, you get this, right? It's like an alternate outfit, because when you go to costumes here, you can have them as their normal default, or go to their awakened form, which is just insane. Like Minova looks so sick. Jerry is she's something else. And then Chitose is just a flawless goddess using a katana. Now, as you can see, each character does have their own individual statistics. They have their own strengths. They have their own weaknesses. Leveling up your characters costs the XP items, or you can alternatively use these materials that are specifically for each character. I currently have her at level 40 out of 40 right now. Leveling up skills utilizes other materials, in this instance cartridges and chest pieces of skill. Potentials, both main and support, are unlocked via playing through the actual game. These drastically alter the kind of character that you have. In this instance, you see Serpent's Glide. After Chitose casts the main skill or auto attack will summon a coiling serpent, and her resistance to interruption is increased. You have other things like this: reduces her main skill cooldown when casting Torrent Flash, summons a mirror image. I mean, that is insane. You can make your characters so much more powerful than they are otherwise. Talents are a way of, I'm sorry, every time I go into Chitose's character window like this, I'm reminded of how much of a goddess she actually genuinely really is. Like, let me just look at that. Look at that. Tell me that's not absolute and utter perfection. Come on, bro. So talents, they are what you utilize, essentially the duplicate characters that you obtain through summoning, and they also enhance your character, unlock new passive effects. As an example, the Tide Weaver, which is the first dupe you utilize. When Chitose casts her ultimate, increases her attack by 30% for 20 seconds. That makes her so much more powerful, and it's actually really cool. Then there is Affinity. Boosting their affinity unlocks various new things. You can do that through affinity tasks. You can see that there are affinity rewards for various different levels, going all the way up to level 42. There are individual Trekkers stories. This also rewards you with Stellanite Dust, a premium currency. The individual stories tell the story of the individual characters. It shows you more of their personality, more of their backstory, and allows for you to connect with them in a different way. I think it's a great way of fleshing out each individual character, and also introducing you to new characters. And of course, I mean, dude, you get 30 Stellanite Dust for doing that. And you get 30 for each level. And then with the dozens of characters, it's going to equate to a lot of free Stellanite Dust. You can chat with various different characters if you're interested. As the example here, Chitose sent me a message just talking about the weather. And then I'm just like, here, depressed penguin. Oh, then she's like, the blade is swung so swiftly it could shatter each falling raindrop. And I'm like, okay, yeah, nice chat, Chitose. Yeah, you have fun slicing through each individual raindrop. Oh my god, she's so weird, but so beautiful. The recruitment feature in this game is actually so good. Like, genuinely, it is incredibly free to play. Every time I see that image, man, I'm just like, what is she doing? Why is it raining? And the free play friendliness is insane. Like, after obtaining, what, 120 pulls, you are guaranteed the character. You can just claim the limited banner character right then and there. Easy. That means you don't have to put up with anything else. You just immediately claim the character. Like, dude, more games need to do that. Discs are another way of enhancing your character. I have Chitose's discs specifically here. These are much like the characters themselves. They have main support. They have the ability to be leveled and upgraded. You can also use dupes to crescendo here. And there are archives. Each disc has their own actual disc story, which is unreal, because not only are there stories for the characters, but there are stories for the discs as well. Now, you obtain the enhancement or the ascension materials through the combat missions. In this instance, the tier up trial. I actually haven't done any for this specific one yet, so I'm just gonna go ahead here, select a record I've used before, and I'll show you what it's like. Just jump right in and show you the basics. We're gonna skip this. We're gonna go straight to the boss fight, and then you can see your abilities down the bottom right. I'm gonna manually time my dodges here, but I mean, the level 1 is just, it's so easy for me to do, so there's really no point in me even elaborating or explaining further that I am just a wrecking machine of absolute and utter devastation. There you go. There are the resources, the materials you need to upgrade. There are varying different difficulties. Like, it goes all the way up to level 8. I'm gonna go ahead and try level 2 here, just to kind of give you guys a bit more of an example, because this guy, I'm assuming, is going to last at least 10 seconds, right? Now, I am very over leveled for the first level at least. There you go. So evidently, they do have various different mechanics. This dude's a giant, like, bomb nutcracker, which is crazy. Yeah, so he got messed up. But what can I say? My team composition right here is menacingly powerful. Now, I have enough here to tier this up, raise it to level 20. I'm then going to utilize the material crafting feature, which actually allows for you to utilize previous tier materials to craft stronger versions of the materials. This makes it very easy to acquire everything you need. This should allow for me to level it all the way to 40, which I believe, okay, yeah. So I actually have enough here to get all the way to level 50. Here we go. Yeah, and then as you can see, the various different disc story and the memory recollection also has been unlocked. This adds so much depth to characters. It's genuinely, it is mind-boggling how much there is, how much content there is to actually consume in this game. And it all rewards Stellanite Dust. So it's literally there's no reason not to do it. Along with each individual character's story, along with each individual disc story, there is the main story. This details you, your character. It details the various different characters that are a part of the story. There are 2 chapters here at present. There are a lot of different missions per chapter. There are combat missions. There are story missions. One of the things I think that is probably the coolest part of the game to me is the fact that you could swap between both the male and the female character at any point, at any time. This means you can see and play through the game from either individual, unique perspective. There is the Nova Times. This is another way of delving deeper into the various different characters. It also rewards Stellanite crystals as well, which is phenomenal. You're constantly benefiting from just watching through the story, playing through the game, and enjoying everything, learning about everything. It is so good. She's so cute. Is that her when she's young? Severed top fell into the pot. Like, she just decapitated someone? Dude, she's so adorable. When she's, oh my God. She's so cute. Holy crap. And the music is fire. Holy crap. Dude, that's actually so sick. So like, again, there's a lot to consume, a lot to play through, a lot to enjoy. Outside of the story, there is the combat aspect of the game. The Ascension is a way of progressing through a monolith with various different difficulties, various different types of bosses, various different mechanics. As you continue to progress through the monolith, you actually gain starlight cores. This allows for you to upgrade your monolith via the monolith research. There are a lot of options here that allow for you to just passively increase everything from the monolith levels itself. There's the bounty trial. This allows for you to farm for very basic materials. As an example here, the XP items, currency, tier up items to help with the ascension and upgrading of your character. Skill trials, which allow for you to farm skill items to level up each character's individual skills. The emblem trial. There is the menace arena, which is probably one of my favorite features of the entire game, mainly because of her and her over there. These 2 characters need to be characters that you can use in the game. If these are not characters, if these right here are not outfits, I swear to God, man, missed opportunity, because these look phenomenal. These are flawless. Now, the Menace Arena is a sequence of different difficulties that reward you with progressively better rewards the further you actually make it through. You can also stare at the waifus there, respectfully, of course. There are the Proving Grounds. This is actually a game mode that lets you fight several different bosses. Each one rewards you with items, upgrade items, premium currency in the form of Stellanite dust. These are actually much more difficult than anything you'll find. I'm not high enough here to actually defeat these. I was using the background footage of several of the boss fights earlier. It also utilizes the urgent hunt orders. You have 3. These replenish periodically each week. There is the Cataclysm Survivor game mode, which, you know, again, like looking at the characters, are probably the main appeal, or definitely the main appeal. This is another set of battles that you can engage in. It's relatively self-explanatory. You just keep fighting. Boss spawns, monsters spawn, and you just try to clear it. You can thankfully auto battle through it if you want to. So this is something much like the arena is something you can actually just let auto in the background, which makes it very, like, you can literally boot up YouTube and go watch cat videos. You can watch my videos on YouTube reviewing games like this while playing the game in the background. How great is that? There is the boss Blitz, which again, like, yo, whoever designed these characters is a freaking maniacal genius. Look at them. Look, like, dude. I mean, look at them respectfully, of course. The boss Blitz actually lets you go up and engage enormous boss monsters that mess you up. Like, they mess you up in a way you never dreamt you could be messed up. Here's an example. I have 3 minutes here to fight this behemoth, and if I don't play myself, if I'm not careful and stand in the AoEs, then I'll die in 30 seconds. But this dude is just so strong. And this is like one of the more average boss monsters in terms of mechanical functionality and utility. But man, are these fights actually really fun. You can auto battle it if you want to, but manual play here is going to be, I think, imperative to overall success. And then finally, if you log in for 7 days, you get a total of 10 cerulean tickets. You get the Rainbow Disc Pack. You get the Stellar Resume Pack. I mean, all you gotta do is log in for 7 days in a row. If this isn't motivation to do so, I don't know what is. This is a beautiful game. This is a very fun game. This right here is one of my new obsessions and very easily could be one of your new obsessions too. I'm going to be playing this every single day, or at the very least several times per week, because it is a ton of fun. It is beautiful. The aesthetic really appeals to me. I like the gameplay style. I like the gameplay loop. I like that I can tackle the game completely casually. It doesn't force me to play for an hour every single day. Rather, I can play it for 5 minutes. I can just sweep the various different levels I need. I can send my characters out on commissions. I can consume my stamina. I could be done in just several minutes. I'm not forced to play through boring, tedious, repetitious, arduous gameplay loops. Instead, I can jump in and spend an hour in a game if I want to, or I can spend 3, 5, 10 minutes in a game and be done with every single thing that I need to be done with. That right there is a recipe for a successful game to me. That is the kind of game that I could play because it allows for me to play it at my own pace, at my own rate. And at the end of the day, that is the most appealing game that I could imagine. Again, if you are at all interested in playing this game, and trust me, you should be playing this game. Trust me. Take a moment, go down into the description, the pinned comment right now, download the game using my link. You are not going to regret the decision that you make. Trust me.